I am your boy Tai Chun, and we are at Party 101.9 iHeartRadio, the Matrix Studio. You know the vibes. DJ Swerve is doing his thing, keeping you guys grooving and moving and keeping it funky. So we were talking to Jamila Rose, the lovely Jamila Rose, and we were talking about some topics and the finances when it comes to being able to run for office. But before we jump back into that, I know you guys are looking and you see another body in the building for Women's Month. I told you, March Madness at a fashion moment with Tai Chun rivals the NBA. I'm telling you, the lineup is sick, y'all. It's sick. So I would love for you, Miss Pam, to introduce yourself to us.
Absolutely. I am Amparo Van Photog. My first name is actually Amparo, but no one ever calls me that. Most people call me Pam. So That's me, and I'm a photographer. I would love to talk to you all about all the wonderful things that women are doing in Women's History Month. I want to hear more about Jamila.
Yes. So let's talk about this where we left off on with the finances and stuff like that.
So with the finances. To run a campaign, first of all, let me educate you guys. There's something called matching funds. So you don't have to go with the matching funds, but most people do because it helps with the campaign. There's no secret. The votes are out. The amount of money each candidate makes is up there too.
Right.
So I didn't make as much money as I wanted to.
Right.
I don't even think I made $15,000. But what I did make was. What I did was show other women that there is possibility, and other men too, for you to run.
Right.
And that, money is essential because obviously things cost.
Right.
But I did it a different way. Right. I did it the grassroots
I did
campaign.
it my way. Yes.
So, I knocked on doors. I went to community events. I had personal relationships with different individuals because I had a bigger goal, and so I knew I had people worried, and I was successful at that, and I'm happy for that, and next go around I'm hoping that can change, but it's definitely important to have the proper finances, and some endorsements you may not want, some you may. For me, I didn't get those endorsements, but I got a bigger endorsement. That endorsement from God.
Okay, if not for God.
If not for God. He told me this is for you, and I kid you not, I tell you guys a transparent session I had with God, and I'll make it quick, and you guys are the first to hear this. I was battling with this.
Really?
Do I want to run for office?
Right.
And so God kept nudging me. And I'm like, hello, no.
Hello, no.
Stop.
Hello from the other side.
Like, come on, I have so much other things going on. Like, why this?
Right.
And so I said, when the seat opens up, I'm going to go for it.
Right.
New district lines, so that seat opens up.
Right.
What happens? I had to keep my word, and I ran.
You ran.
And I did it. And I don't regret not one bit of it.
You did it. You did it. You did it. You did that. You did that. Let's cheers to that. You did that. Yes, you did it.
Cheers.
You absolutely did that.
Oh, Miss Pam.
Don't worry about it. We're blessing everybody.
That's right.
It's
the ancestors, right?
Exactly. So let's talk to Pam, honey.
Yes.
So now Pam and I ran into each other by happenstance. We happened to be at one of the fabulous shows in Brooklyn. It wasn't during Fashion Week. Brooklyn has fashion stuff going on all year round. Shout out to Rick Davey and all of those people at BK Brooklyn. I started out with them years ago, but I didn't start out with them. But I'm saying I was at the beginning of their journey. Or whatever. I was already established by the time they snatched me up. Come here,
Mortal Kombat.
Come here, mama. So I went from styling the shows to producing and all that kind of stuff. So Rick, shout out to them. So we met at that, and I was like, I gotta work with you. Our spirits, we were sitting, we were talking, we were loving on each other, and I was just been seeing this fabulous work of yours now, like these videos and these, like, tell us how you got started. First of all, as you know, it's behind, besides Rowena Husbands, I really don't know that many fabulous Black women photographers, like all of these other people, but you are just amazing.
Wow, thank you. I think that what has been very important for me has always to be well immersed in the arts. I've always loved the arts. I have always loved acting and music and any form of the arts, but my dad was really influential in getting me started in photography, and I was always one of those kids that walked around with the 110 camera or the disc camera, and I brought my first big camera, my first SLR, back in 1993. I think I'm dating myself a bit, but
Good for you.
and then just never lost the love of it. And I was working full time as an HR executive, and had done that for very many years until I reached the point where I knew that it was no longer fulfilling to my soul. So I kind of understand and appreciate what you're talking about. I'm kind of speaking to a higher power and a higher being, because it's not all about money. I was making a fantabulous 6-figure salary and walked away from all of it because I wanted to be happy, and really have been on this quest ever since for the last 2+ years to really kind of find who I am. And so I think I met you in a very Brooklyn fashion show.
Very Brooklyn, yes.
I like that, very Brooklyn.
And you know, I'm 7 generations of Brooklyn here at the building, so you know, I represent all day, every day. No diggity, no doubt.
I love Brooklyn to slide in. I'm a Bronx girl.
You down with Swerve in the building. We got all these Brooklynites and then 2 Bronx folks.
Yes, BX to the fullest. But I rep my hometown very hard. I will say that very quickly. But
very quickly. Look, I'm giving you 3 seconds to say it. Very quickly.
Boogie down all day.
Okay, bye.
That's enough.
Whatever.
But no, I think that since then, and I think at that show, you may have, you know, Kat Schuler, and I have been working with her ever since, and so I'm actually her principal photographer. We were actually just doing a show last night with, called Soulful Purpose, I believe it's called, and she had all of these hip hop people there who were really paying homage to the fact that, of course, it's 50 years of hip hop.
Well, 51 now.
51 now. Yes.
No, not until August 11th.
Whatever. You know, the Bronx always gotta try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't be easy. Like, come on.
51.
51.
I'll take that. August 1973, August 11th. I was, you know, put me down.
Right.
But that's me in a nutshell. That's how I kind of got started into photography, and I've just been in love with it ever since. I just have never lost the love of the art, and there's something magical that happens when I put a camera in my hand. I love kind of seeking out people and looking for the truth in people. So usually I look for ways of taking pictures of people that are natural. So not anything. Yes, I mean, I might have to take a posed photo, like, all right. But I'd rather capture you talking and then somehow you go like that. And I'm like,
there you go.
Got you.
It's so funny because when I work with models and all kinds of things or whatever and stuff like that, like, I have these tricks for them because, you know, you get dry face, you know, get stank face real quick, you know, you got all of that, and then it's like, oh, this is my signature pose. Girl, where have you been at? What have you done that you have a signature pose? Naomi Campbell not. You know what I'm saying? So I have these things that I tell them, like, you know, like I tell them to go, whisper. And you can't frown when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, because you can't frown when you do that. Exactly, you can't frown. You know, there's no way you can frown. Exactly. Michelle, you're all quiet, but you put your headset on and get on the mic, girl. Join the conversation. Like, she's on vacation over there, honey. What kind of co-host is you doing with over there? She's going to whisper.
No, whisper. I just rather whisper. Like the 29-year-old cat I am.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had this joke going on before you got here that she's an alley cat and I'm a battle cat. Honey. She's a battle alley cat in cat years, 49 years of cat years. And
I'm 29. Don't be aging me.
79? What?
29.
79 times 15? What? I don't know. Anyway.
Alley cat that you have ever seen.
So you know I'm a battle cat, so you know I'm a bringer. So anyway. So, you know, with that, like, how do you make a living? Like, do you do models? Do you do videos? Do you do campaigns? Like, what happens because there's still like photography on TV sets, on movie sets. Like it's a lot of different ways to make some coin. How are you making your coin?
How am I making my coin?
Yes.
Well, so there's a couple of different ways. I think that one of the most important things that my mother ever really strongly influenced me to do that I did do was get an education.
Right.
And so, of course, I worked in HR for very many years.
Come on, HR. I was a social worker.
Hey. And so I have a lot of training experiences where I have my master's degree. And so part of my new foray within the photography space is going to be teaching workshops.
Right,
so I'll be doing some of those here. I'll be doing some landscape ones out in Utah. I'll be doing a lot of things, styled location shoots here with models, and so that will help designers kind of get their looks out and about. So that's one thing. I also consider myself to be a boutique photographer. So
boutique. Well, tell us about the boutique, honey.
Well,
because I get my clothes out of boutiques. What's going on with photography? What's going on with photography?
Well, with boutique photography, it's important to, I believe, not just have things that live inside of your phone.
Right.
Like everyone becomes a photographer when they can just kind of take a picture. But there is a style and a skill to being a photographer.
Yes,
but I also believe that you see how you have all of these beautiful pictures on the wall and they mean something, right?
They should all be of me, but it's not.
I think that you should
just saying, it is a fashion moment with tight chunny, honey. I should be all over these damn
But you see how you have this beautiful one behind you? That I think could certainly, everyone could appreciate that. Everyone could appreciate having art on their walls.
Right.
And so
I could appreciate that 20 years ago.
You can, and you know, you can take a picture of you now that could make you look 20 years younger.
That's true.
And we can put it on a wall in a huge canvas. And you know, that's how I make my money. That's how I make my coin.
That's how you make your coin, honey. So speaking of coin, honey, I want to close out on coin. It's an hour is never enough, and I love you girls. You guys got to come back again and again and again. And I hope you guys don't mind me calling you girls.
No,
I call everybody a girl. I call boys girls. I call everybody a girl. I'm like, girl, please. They be like, I am a boy. And I be like, and so am I, girl. And so am I, girl.
Oh my goddaughter does that to everybody. Like if we were talking about my son or whoever, she'd be like, girl, stop. Girl, bye. she even does it to her boyfriend. He'd be like, would you stop? She'd be like, oh, girl, please.
Girl, please. So anyway, so everybody going around the table, started with my girl, Michelle Everett, the Chubby Biscuit, the Chef Shelly, all of those acronyms and those great things. The Alley Cat, that's 45 times 5 times 10 times 20 years old. How you get your coin, girl?
I get my coin as a personal chef. I work as a personal chef serving several families per week in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. I also teach culinary arts. I mentor. I have several young people that I'm mentoring right this moment. And I also founded a food pantry at the beginning of the pandemic in which we still feed people to this day.
Still feed people to this day.
That's how I make my coin.
And
Ching.
And we already got
Cheddar.
your coin making.
Yes.
How you make your coin?
So
Jamiliah Rose.
this is not by coincidence. This is a design intervention. I make my coins through Training Future Leaders, which is an organization that I have different programs such as culinary, photography, radio, and I'm teaching our young people as well as our elders and everyone in between how to start something new. I deal with a lot of at-risk youth, and it puts us in a space where we can help cure that gun violence. And how do we do that? By providing opportunities that help you make coin.
Help you make coin. How I make my coin? I'm the French fry guy on Wall Street at McDonald's. So you guys come and check me out. I'll be dropping flies around 5:30 today. Okay. And the other ways I make my coins I can't say on radio. This has been fun.
Catching around.
This has been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I do something like closing thoughts. So everybody got 30 seconds to do closing thoughts really quickly. We'll start with you, Jamiliah Rose.
I want to close my thought by, thank you the Most High for putting us here together this is divine intervention, and I see the vision of us working together that goes beyond this moment.
Praise the Lord, honey.
Yes.
If not for God.
Yes.
I think I totally agree with that. I also would go further and say that part of life is about exploring. It's about
Right.
uncertainty. But
Right.
once you let go of the fact that you're fearing this uncertainty, then it becomes an adventure. And so I believe all in self-discovery. I think that everyone should really be plotting a life, not just for the right now, but how they can become better and how we can strive toward excellence always.
All right, until now you got 15 seconds. Shelly, but she done took 60.
Too much.
Girl, I see how she make her go ahead and not for God. It's just Shelly's brother.
I agree with both of you. I think that it was sensational to meet both of you.
Likewise.
Ty, thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thank God for you all the time.
Yeah.
May He
Okay.
continue to bless and keep you.
Thank
And we
you.
all just have to keep doing what we're doing, because if we teach one, then somebody else will teach another.
And there you go.
Absolutely. And my closing thoughts are gonna be, it just stay gold, everybody. The gold is the childlike stage where you're fearless, where you don't know anything that's dangerous, and that's you don't know how to lie, you don't know how to deceive, and all that kind of stuff. So if we kind of stay gold, we'll kind of be able to treat each other well, because all of this stuff going on social media, these takedowns of these celebrities and all this kind of stuff, if it didn't happen 100 years ago, girl, take them to court and keep it private. This other stuff is just distractions from what we really need to be doing, and that's living a global life as a Black community and making sure that we take care of one another. So this has been a Fashion Moment with Tai Chun. This is Party 101.9, iHeartRadio, The Matrix Studio. You guys stay tuned for DigiWax. They're up next. Peace out to you. Live a flea-free life. I love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
Ooh, that was amazing.